Stop labeling your specific person, mirror soul, deep soul connection as being an avoidant, and recognize that there was something active in you that was avoiding love. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. Tiny Forest Dancer asked a question under a recent video. I'll have to flip over to get to the question, but I thought it would be good and in service for Tiny Forest Dancer as well as anyone else who's kind of in this collective. Now, the thing is, this is about their specific person. And I'm gathering from the comment that there's a story that her specific person was an avoidant. And so basically, the question or the comment was something like, I'm turned off with the idea of them. And is this okay? That was the essence of it. I'm going to actually read it. But anyway, this is just a public service announcement for any of you who are manifesting in the collective of if you experienced your specific person avoiding love. This will be short and sweet, by the way. So before I do get further into this, if you do love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person, obviously you guys know because I've shared this for years now. A lot of my free content is here to support you in manifesting a deep soul connection. And when I say that, and this is included even to Tiny Forest Dancer and my reply to them and all of you, you can manifest, okay, the word manifestation just means consciously creating something that's already there. In other words, allowing yourself to experience something that's already in existence because all of creation is done. Okay, so you're always manifesting. It's not something that you're suddenly doing. It is just the way life works. Your life is always reflecting you back to your experiences in life are always showing you who you are and what you believe. So if you want to change your experiences, in other words, your manifestations, then you would change yourself, change what you believe, your concept of yourself and others. And then when you transform and you conform to what you truly want, your desire is already fulfilled, it's already done. When you conform to that, then your reality will have no, your reality always reflects you. It always has been, it always will be. So anyway, I intend that this helps. So I've come on with so many success stories to inspire you to not give up on what is your truest soul's desire, your heart of hearts. If you want, if you haven't, or in case you're new to the channel, if you want, check out a lot of the success stories in the Deep Soul Connection Specific Person playlist. So many of them, there was a story that their person kind of was avoiding commitment, avoiding love. Whenever it would get deep, it was almost like they always had their foot on the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. Remember that you don't want to label people. You don't want to project stories around labels onto people. From my perspective, if you're experiencing someone avoiding love when you know that the connection you have is sacred, that you felt it like deep down in your soul, this, I can feel it in my soul. This is different. And you guys had a very deep, meaningful something, whatever. I'm not going to go into like specifics. And then the closer you got, then all of a sudden, something happened and everybody's fears kind of bubbled up. And then you experienced them pushing you away. And then you started doing research. Maybe you came across this attachment style theory, labeled them as an avoidant. From my perspective, and I'm talking about deep soul connections right now, Tiny Forest Dancer, as well as all of you, I don't know if you are experiencing a deep soul connection or not. That's not up to me to decide that. That's up to you to listen to your soul. Okay. But if there was something active in you, which is the case with almost everybody, that you experience something whenever in your life, and you kind of learned that it was Love was conditional. It wasn't safe to fall in love. Commitment wasn't safe. And there could be so many different reasons why you believed that. So that was an active program in you. And then you meet somebody and you kind of are taken by the depth of the love and the connection. When, again, talking about a deep soul connection, if your mirror soul, you're labeling them as an avoidant, if deep down you crave, of course, you crave love, you want to be loved, you want affection, you want joy, you want time together, obviously. Who doesn't? But if something deep down inside of you started bubbling up in fear, that little something inside of you, technically, that little something inside of you is fearful of getting hurt. And so if internally you're fearful of getting hurt, externally you might experience your mirror soul being fearful of being hurt, which could equate to the physical representation of you getting pushed away. And then you attach the story that they're an avoidant, but they're not actually an avoidant. Technically speaking, it's something that's active inside of you, and it happens internally with you, and then it comes out externally with them, and then you reflect on it. So for Tiny Forest Dancer, I actually might not be able to read your comment, but what I would do is reflect on what you said was, in essence, what you said, from what I remember, is I'm no longer, so I almost see my new mirror soul in my mind, the one I've been being with in my imagination, and the old experience that I had with my person who was an avoidant. I see them as two different people. And I'm completely, the version of me now is completely turned off by this old version of him. And there's something in me that doesn't even know if, like, I'm okay with or without my person. It would shock me, like, something, I'm paraphrasing, it would shock me if I did end up experiencing this version of my person who I've been experiencing in my imagination. And so they basically said, is this okay? And um, so let me just, what I'm just going to make a suggestion. I'm not going to say whether this is okay or not, because this is your reality. So your reality, you decide if this is okay or not, and you decide if you're embodying the state of the wish fulfilled, and if all, like, you trust and you have certainty and a knowing that the end does exist, where you and your mirror soul, if this is a mirror soul, again, I don't know, are happy together and no more wavering, having challenges, having moments maybe where the two of you guys get in your feelings, but you trust within yourselves, you trust each other, and you're able to communicate in a loving way consistently with each other. So you've become emotionally mature and you communicate from an emotionally mature place. The two of you guys have let go of your pasts, you've let go of your baggage, and you're able to live together harmoniously, really and deeply loving each other, and being able to come together, and that your bond even deepens when you have little moments of insecurity, because you no longer feel fearful that, you know that you are unconditionally loved, and you know that love is safe and commitment is safe. So that is the end I would think that you would want to experience if this is a deep soul connection. Living together, harmoniously secure with each other, able to communicate lovingly. Even if you're triggered, everything ends up bringing you guys closer together. So that's what your mindset needs to be, and that's your end. From my perspective, I think it might be better if you could take full ownership and responsibility, meaning, why be turned off? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the essence of what you're saying emotionally. Don't get me wrong when I say this, but why be turned off with the experience that you had, if this is your true love, if this is your mirror soul, and the two of you guys are one, and you recognize that if you were fearful inside, which technically you were, if you experienced that, if it was reflected back to you. So I would think that if you had owned this, and don't get me wrong when I say this, don't please don't take offense to this. I'm only here as a guide and being supportive of all of you. But if you truly recognized why everything happened the way it did, and you were able to, instead, you had forgiven everything that happened, forgiven them, forgiven yourself, and then you moved from anger into love, which would have also been that you no longer took this personally, what happened. You had compassion for the experiences that happened because you started to truly love yourself and have compassion for yourself. And then you let go of all that and you moved into being consciously secure, stable, and grounded in yourself, loving yourself unconditionally. Obviously, also seeing that you're person now because you feel stable, secure, trusting, healthy, balanced, all of this great stuff. The moment when this is shifting inside of you, it's shifting within them. I would subtly tweak this a little bit. I don't know you. And for all of you that are watching, again, you can create the experience of anything and everything and with whomever you want in your reality. You can have all of the wonderful experiences with all of the divine messengers in your life. All of your divine messengers are meant for you. They're all reflecting you back to you. You can have all of the money that you want, the success. You can have everything. There's nothing off limits. There's nothing that you can't have or be if it's a desire because it already exists. Don't worry so much. Like, in other words, your divine messenger, who is your truest, deepest love, your mirror soul, you're already, you guys are already created to love each other. So the end already exists. It existed before you guys even met. You guys were one before you were even born. All of creation was already done before you even existed on this earth. When you um, met them and fell in love, you were really remembering them. Okay. So, anyway, I don't know why I'm going on this tangent. Tiny Forest Dancer and anyone else, stop labeling your specific person, mirror soul, deep soul connection as being an avoidant and recognize that there was something active in you that was avoiding love, that was fearful of being hurt. And when that little thing up inside you, when that little part of you was acting up and you were getting triggered in the same moment, this is what was your mirror soul was feeling. Okay. And so love yourself unconditionally. Don't do the inner work with only your specific person. Be balanced. Go into, oneness with all of your reality, gratitude. Step into your power. Give yourself a ton of love. Also go into the other areas of your life, all of the money that you deserve to have, the success, whatever it is that deep down in your heart and soul you've always wanted to do it and start living your life and having fun. And then do the inner work with your mirror soul. And while you're doing the inner work and you're experiencing things and immersing yourself in whatever it is that you're imagining in all areas of your life, this is happening now. Stop seeing your imagination as fake and start experiencing and realizing when you experience in your inner world, this is already in existence. It's just that maybe your reality hasn't caught up just yet. I love you so much. Affirm down below. I trust everything in my soul's desire. I know that everything that I desire is done. Obviously, reach out to me if you need me. I love you so much. I hope this helped. Bye.